All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming to my channel. I finally have my lights up and I have a good mic here. And let's just get into the trade recap. So I'm going to go over the trade that I took today. This is going to be, I actually took a loss today and I was green today. So let's get into it. So we see that there is a gap. Okay. So I've been having issues these days, okay, with trading gaps. I try not to trade within a gap because um, I try not to trade within a gap because I might get stopped out pretty quickly, and I noticed that price for showing love. um, and I know that price can be wicked. I get a lot of wicks in within a trade. Sorry, within a gap, and it's a lot of volatility when you're in the gap. So, thanks, Steph. Um, so let's go over the trade. So for this one, we've got a gap here, over here, right? Wait, was it this close? Huh. Yes, it was actually, yeah. So what I do is I try to gauge the price of the 3 previous days. So we have price moved from here all the way to here. So let's just call it 546. Price moved $5 that day. And then gauge from here as well. You can see that price moved from here to here, call that 411. Where am I? Okay, over here. 411. Oh, I did this exact same thing. 411. So we can gauge that price move from like $4 to $5, within the past 2 days. So what I like to do is find the average of that. I'll just call it 5, average of 5, and I divide that by the number of price targets that I'm putting on my chart. So I usually put 5 price targets, and I'm starting to feel like I should be putting 4 because the way that price has been moving, I usually take profit at the 3rd price target. So when you divide that 46 by 5, you get like $1 something. So what I did was from where price will currently be, I place my price targets that $1.50 away. Okay. But I need to have 2 candlesticks touching. Okay. So any candles that are here, voila. Okay. I usually have those price targets in. So there's a touch here, there's a touch here, there's a touch there. And for each price target, I only put in 3 because there's a gap here and I don't trade within the gap. But I see that at least my 3rd price target is just a little bit there. So I could easily take profit at the beginning of that gap. Or if I wanted to stretch it, 3 cents or something, I'd take profit at this gap. So let's just go over how I went in, why I went in. So I actually took 2 trades today. The first one was a loss, which there was literally no reason for me to enter that trade. It was so unconfirmed. So let's just watch. Let me reduce the speed of this. Chill. Let's move that to 1. Yeah. Or let's move that to 0.5. So mind you, I only start looking for profit if price begins to approach the price targets. So for this one, you just wait. And even though price filled this gap, there would be no reason for me to go in because first of all, I haven't seen a trend yet. And there is a lot of volume, but you see how you could easily get wicked out. See that wick? It's so volatile within those gaps. Sorry to play it. This price is going on. So right now I start looking for calls. Okay. I start looking for calls. I'm like, okay, price is going up. I was gonna take 26 calls here, but not yet. Okay. So because I saw this surge, right? I saw this surge. I got in. I got in at I believe the next yeah, so I got in at the next candle because I was like, oh, looks like price is gonna go up. So instead of me to have noticed that there are no like consecutive, like not even consecutive green candles to the upside, that was not a great signal for me to have got in. But I got in here regardless, and I got stopped out around I got stopped out around this candle for 25% though. I my stop loss is usually 20 to 25%. I got stopped out there. Now I want to show my TradeZilla. That way you can see my ROI. And just so you know, I'm doing like a small account challenge where I'm trying to see if I can, the same way I was able to flip 100. Oh, I actually haven't made a video on that. I'll make a video on that soon. I was able to flip $100 to 1,000 in like a month. So I will be going over my thought process on that. Lost it all, but I was still able to pay myself. I had a really I lost it all because I traded FOMC. I didn't trade the candle. I traded on the day. Okay, there's a difference. I don't trade news candles. I trade I trade either before the news or after the news. But I learned that PMI and well, not PMI usually, but FOMC, I should probably avoid those days. So let me go over the trade so far for that for the so far for the small account challenge. I am down 250. So, but I had okay, so I had 700. I had 200 in the account, and I added 500. So technically, I started off with 700. So I should probably just say that it's 700 instead of 500. Whatever. So, full transparency, I guess. Let me share this tab. So, this one, all right. I've got, let me cancel this one out. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. So, for these are the two trades that I took today. Let me switch this to today. Okay. Yes, I ended, it was green today. I ended green today, but I, this is the first loss that we took. Now that I've explained it, I can go over it. I will call this a 1 star because I I didn't use my strategy. I didn't use my strategy because I could have easily gone. So this is my strategy, chart in the 15 minute and all that. But I didn't go according to the strategy. So I can't even say that I did that. So for notes, I'm gonna say got no, yeah. I'm gonna say no confirmation for entry. Let me say feelings of FOMO. Failed trade. Very simple, because that's exactly what happened. So that was minus. So I was at least it was 25%, and I went according. I stopped up. I had my stop loss. Now let's go over the second one, okay? Because I knew that I didn't go according to my strategy, and I should have just waited. So let's actually go to when I actually used my strategy. Oh, let me share this tab. My bad. Okay. So I see price. And so I was waiting for price. I was waiting to see if price could have enough volume to push above the 625.16 level. And that's basically what I did. You see how price see why I don't like trading the gaps, because I feel like I've seen with my experience, I've seen that gaps are used as support and resistance sometimes in the market, or liquidity. points of liquidity. So I'm in the market, and I'm like, okay, price is, is it doing a triple top or double bottom? So I see that price, went above here. Okay. And even though there's a wick here, it still passed all my criteria. And so I got in here for a buy. Oh, I didn't even do the other one, but I got in here for a buy. I waited for price. And yes, price went all the way down here, but because I had seen that this was an area of support, I stayed in the trade. Okay. I stayed in the trade for that area of support. Let me see how many dollars was that. That was $1.75. Absolutely ridiculous. And I could see that it was a quick move, it was a liquid move, but I also saw that this was an area of resistance. So I stayed in the trade. I wasn't down too much. But I stayed in the trade. And I was like, okay, let's see if price is gonna, break structure and continue to the upside, because I could tell that price was sort of bullish for price was gonna be bullish for the rest of the day. And even though, yeah, there were small candlesticks here, I was determined. I was like, break a structure. Okay. So I did have so the reason why I also stayed in was because I did you can't really see it, but there's a line that I have here, and that was a break of structure line. And the fact that price shot all the way down here, also because it's PMI, so price was gonna be really choppy and wicked out. Was it PMI or IS? It's PMI. Let me confirm that real quick. Yes, it was PMI today. So I stayed in, and I just waited for a price it respected all my price target levels, which was nice. It's always nice to see when price respects your levels. I was in this trade for quite a while, and then I exited. That was my stop loss, $1.78. Yeah, and that's when I got out. So I got in around 9:30 and got out around 10:47. Oh, gosh, I was in that trade for an hour. Very lackluster. But yeah, usually price does hit my first three targets. So I try to size out. I try to cut contracts as I'm going up or as it rejects my third price target. Part of me wants to either stay in all the way or cut contracts. You never know. Sometimes price does go all the way below, but as you can see, price was approaching this gap area, and I just knew. I just knew. Thank you. I just knew that this would be a point to get out of the trade. So yeah, that is the trade recap for today. Let me go over to my TradeZilla to truly go over. Oh, not an error occurred. Give me a minute. Okay. Sorry. This is where I got in 9:35, got out 10:46. Okay. And I gave this a 5-star rating. And I did use a strategy. I charted the 5 or 15-minute time frame. I got in when there was high volume and price went through the price target, and I got out at a rejection off of a price target. Very simple, very easy, straight to the point kind of trade. Actually followed my rules. So this is really a testament to why you should be following your rules to the T, even if you may lose that day. The probability of you winning, your win rate, is truly what matters. And one thing that I really do like actually about TradeZilla is when you go to strategies, and you can put your strategies there. I have my strategy there, and I just call it the PT strategy, price target strategy. And I feel like I should name it something else. But so far, I have a 68% win rate. I did have an 89% win rate. See how what I was when I was doing the $100 challenge. It went up all the way to 1200. Okay. Um, but it's really your win rate that truly matters. I have a daily win rate of 73. That's actually pretty good. So at least tracking your strategies lets you know that your probability, it lets you know your probability, which strategy is a higher probability compared to another. And what I also like is when you go to rules, it shows you which entry criteria has the highest win rate as well. So me charting in a 15 or 5 minute time frame, I have a 94% um, follow rate and a 68% win rate. Okay. So the highest, so I know now that like the thing that got me the most money was high volume through the price targets. So I know that using the price target strategy has higher probability than the previous strategies that I was using before, which is why I'm sticking to this one. And you can also see the exit criteria is which one is the best. We have low volume. When price starts having low volume, you don't want to trade in a choppy zone. And I think that's why I always get out when I start seeing low volume or if the price isn't going anywhere. But yeah. And it has a list of all the trades that you've done. Yeah, it's a really good tool for you to use because it just the win rate, again, I'll say it 1,000 times, the win rate is your daily win rate and your overall win rate is truly what matters when you're trading because you get to have a track record of a high probability strategy. Okay. Or a high and a low probability strategy. So thank you so much for coming to this video. For those on YouTube, because I live stream this on my WAP, which is located in the description. You could always join. I have a whole bunch of content on there. We have a beginner's trading course, trade recaps like this one, trade live streams. I live stream my trade every day. You may not see my face every day because I'd be at work, but the times when I'm not at work, obviously, you'd see my face. But on there, I also have a futures trading course. My sister, we collaborated. Ow. My sister, we collaborated, and she does futures. As you guys know, I dabbled in futures a little bit, but I am more inclined to options. My sister's really at it for futures, and she loves futures. So she has trading courses on there, her trade recaps. She also does live streaming when she can. And yeah, thanks for watching. For those on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this trade. Did you get into this trade? Comment down below, for tips. And I still want more tips. I'm always learning. So please don't be afraid to comment, your suggestions on why I should or shouldn't have gotten in so I can see it from a different perspective. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.